Hey y'all, Nova here. Marauders just had its first dev livestream since the launch of Early Access. This livestream was packed full of wonderful updates and information about what's going to come in their first update. So starting off, they said that they're going to be adding extra airlocks so that hopefully you won't run into the airlock is busy message, specifically on the maps Prison and then Terraformer, because those maps only have 4 airlocks. So I believe they said they will be adding 6 airlocks to each of the maps. Next, they want 4 to 5 attachments per weapon. This was confirmed, and they specifically showed off the Sten with 5 different attachments, including a drum mag, which should buff the Sten a little bit. A lot of people consider it to be one of the lower tiered SMGs in the game, so that is some great changes there. For quality of life features, they said they'd be adding an FOV slider and also toggle to lean. These were 2 of the most requested features, so great changes there. They've had a total of 20 ban waves. They've been really good about getting the hackers. Personally, I've only run into a couple hackers in probably 50 to 100 hours of game time, which is really good. And I'm not even sure they were hackers, it was just a bit sus. Next, they've noticed that a lot of players don't always fully play the prison and naval outpost maps as you don't have daily contracts, and specifically on naval outposts there isn't that as much loot as some of the other maps, or it's just distributed in different ways that players don't really understand, because most of the loot on naval outposts is in the gigantic crates around the bottom, like around high command, but players just don't seem to check those or they can't find them. So they're adding new daily contracts for both of those maps so that you actually have quests on those maps, causing you to go there. The merchant and naval capital ships have increased spawn rates. This is really important because both of those ships are required for different 0 to hero quest lines. For PvP, pod kills will now count as Marauder kills. Before, when you killed someone in a pod, it would not count as a Marauder kill like on your stat screen. And that was really annoying for people who really care about, getting as many Marauder kills as possible, because the meta would be to let them breach you and then kill them, because you wouldn't want to kill them in a pod, because then it wouldn't count as a kill for you. Next, they are adding the EM2 battle rifle in their next update. It's a fully automatic rifle, or a bullpup rifle, with 20 rounds of 5.56. It can be found on the SAS operatives or in a vault. I believe they said that it'll specifically be found on the commander of the SAS operatives that run the naval command station. So this is yet another reason to go to the naval station, as it is one of the only places you can find the EM2 battle rifle, and it'll probably be a more reliable way of getting this rifle than searching in different vaults. Next, they are going to be testing scopes in the future. They gave some footage of the dev using an SVT with a scope. It looked quite clean. I don't believe they know exactly how they're going to be doing it, and there was no promise that they're going to be in the final game. The devs really like their iron sights, but they are testing it, which is cool. I can't wait to get my hands on a scope and try it out. They did confirm that the webley, or webley, I'm not sure which one it is, pistol is coming in the next major patch. Ammo type will be .32 ACP, and they confirmed that you will be able to get it off of low-level shop traders, and then also it'll spawn on a lot of the AI. They don't want it to be in other games where it's hard to get like this specific weapon. They really want it to be used quite a bit. So it'll be easy to get the webley pistol. It's a 6-round revolver using .32 ACP. Next, they confirmed that helmets, this was a question that was asked, they confirmed that helmets do not have a specific hitbox, they just cover the entire head. So you don't have to worry like what it looks like the helmet covers, like for say the welder's mask doesn't cover the back of your head. The helmet covers your entire head, and it just depends what type of armor it is. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Then they confirmed that a merch store is coming. It's in the works, it's not done yet. Next, they said grenades are coming back, but not in November. They said it'd probably be coming back in the future. They said that they were taken out in beta because there was an exploit where you could throw 1,000 of them at the same time, apparently. I never came across that, but that sounds pretty crazy. So they said that they haven't given you the option for an unlimited frame rate because they're scared it'll melt your GPU. They want to wait for some more optimizations, and the person on the dev team, I don't remember exactly who it is, but who's in charge of that, said that he's not sure they'll ever give you the option for unlimited frame rates because they really are afraid of melting your GPU, which I think is fair. There's a certain game, I'll leave unnamed, that they mentioned that also melted some people's GPUs when you go to uncap for frame rate. Next, they're going to work on space combat and add more features to ships, but they can't talk about it right now. That's awesome because the space combat feature of this game, they says, it's like 50% of the game, but it's really lacking, and adding stuff to that will be great. Already adding kills to when you kill a pod, that's a nice quality of life feature, but they said they will be adding more. Next, they said once the game hits 1.0, they will not be wiping, but until then, during major updates, they will be wiping, and when they wipe, The full wipes will include prestige. This is because they're planning on changing how prestige works in the future. They're definitely going to add more prizes for prestiging, basically, or more incentives. So prestiges will wipe with major updates, and wipes will happen with major updates as well, but when the game hits 1.0, they will not wipe. Next, they said that reconnect features are very complicated and it's not an easy fix, so they aren't able to do that right now. They said that maybe in the future, if they have a larger team, they may be able to figure it out, but they said it's really complicated, so they don't have plans for it right now. Additionally, the firing range, some people have been requesting that. It's at the bottom of the wish list and no plans to add one as of right now. They're planning on never making it so that you can choose what map you can play. However, they're going to improve the cycling of maps so that you get less of the same maps in a row. They're going to add additional prestiging perks because they want to entice people to prestige. They are planning on adding female voice lines in the future. This was in part a response to General Sam's video. It's a funny video, go watch it if you haven't. But he asked if there were going to be female Marauders because there's no obvious females other than Captain Wolf or whatever name is the trader. Next, they just talked a little bit about their different types of AI that have different logic, such as the pushers. So they have the double barrel AI prisoners. Those are terrifying. And they also have like the pusher liberator AI that pushes you with the liberator, and he has decent armor and usually a bandage as well. Then they have the sniper AI with the SVT. You can find them on Terraformer. They're pretty terrifying. I've never been headshot by them, but they do a fair amount of damage. And then they also have, apparently there's MG42 AI. I'm not sure I've ever run across them, but they said they are basically just suppressive fire. And then those may be found on like the naval ship. They also said that they have plans to double the length of the current Zero to Hero questline, but they're probably not going to add a different questline. They're just going to make it much longer. They also said that they're never going to add insurance, and the reasoning was, who's going to insure Space Pirate? Which, if you ask me, that's some great reasoning. I mean, I wouldn't insure Space Pirate, so sounds good though. No insurance companies in the deep dark future or the past. Crossplay is not currently planned, but maybe in the future they will add it. But they also said that console players will never be able to play with PC players. They just don't want the imbalance of controllers and mouse and keyboard, because obviously mouse and keyboard is so much better and no one really likes controllers. That's not what they said. That's just my personal opinion. And anyways, I think that is about it. I tried to get all the notes of all the major talking points. There is a full QA transcript on their Discord, which I'll link below. This stream that I got all this information from was from Stir Decky. That's the channel that they streamed their live stream on. And yeah, so that is a good summary, I believe. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I put it out as fast as I could after this, just so I can get all the information in a better format for you. If you found this information helpful, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. Both of those really help me out. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck on your raids this week, and have a great day.